A member of the Greek parliament was detained and charged with misdemeanour after removing artworks he deemed offensive to the Blessed Virgin Mary, Christ Jesus, and St. George from a temporary exhibition at the National Gallery in Athens. MP Nikolaos Papadopoulos, an Orthodox Christian and a member of the right-wing Niki party, was detained after taking down 4 artworks he considered blasphemous. Papadopoulos, who is also a cardiovascular surgeon, entered the National Gallery, Alexandros Soutsos Museum, on Monday morning with the assistance of another individual. He allegedly broke the protective glass covering the exhibits before removing the 4 controversial artworks. He was released later that day after being detained for 6 hours. The exhibits were part of a temporary exhibition titled The Allure of the Bizarre, which is set to run until the end of September. The exhibition includes 80 engravings by Francisco Goya, paired with works from 10 Greek artists who explore Goya's fascination with the grotesque and the hybrid. Among the featured pieces were works by Greek artist Christophoros Katsadiotis, including Icon, the Virgin Mary with Christ in her arms, and the Butcher of the Boulevard, which present distorted depictions of the Blessed Virgin and St. George. Papadopoulos' actions followed previous unsuccessful attempts to have the artworks removed. In a blog post published on February 24th, he wrote, quote, "At a time when even atheists faced with insurmountable human difficulties beg for the help of our Mother, the Virgin Mary, this exhibition presents a distorted icon of the Virgin Mary with Christ on her arms." End quote. The MP also criticized what he called government hypocrisy, stating that the Ministry of Culture condemns anti-abortion posters as fascist and puritanical, yet refuses to take action against blasphemous depictions in the National Gallery, claiming that doing so would amount to censorship. Following his detention on Monday, Papadopoulos took to Twitter, where he penned an open letter addressed to what he referred to as the government of atheists and antichrists. In the letter, he detailed the steps he had taken before resorting to direct action. He stated that he had submitted a formal question to Minister of Culture, Lina Mendoni, and sent a letter to National Gallery Director Sirago Tsiara, urging them to withdraw the controversial exhibits. Receiving no response, he decided to visit the gallery in person to discuss the matter. According to him, he was met with cold indifference and felt brutally insulted as an Orthodox Christian, prompting him to remove the artworks himself. Papadopoulos has since announced his intention to take legal action over his detention, arguing that arresting a sitting MP without prior parliamentary approval violates Article 62 of the Greek constitution, which grants deputies immunity from prosecution while in office. He warned that those responsible for this unlawful act will be held accountable. Meanwhile, the Holy Synod of the Greek Orthodox Church has also condemned the exhibition. In a statement released on Tuesday, it expressed strong opposition to the contents of the display and announced its intention to take appropriate action against the Greek government.